Hello Professor, this video is for course Computing and Social Responsibility of Project 2. My name is Raviteja Jidam and I did a project on cloud computing ethical issues and the status of the project is completed. I developed a website to give a presentation. Let's go to the website. This is my topic like cloud computing ethical issues and we have like different web pages. All these are static like index, introduction, background, issues, results, opinions, summary, references and appendix. This index page. This is an entrance page with a navigation bar, title and logo and my name, and it contains an abstract like around 1 2 paragraphs saying what the outline of this presentation is about. Let's. These are the different service providers. We have Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. These are the major service providers, and here you can find definition of cloud computing, and this is the abstract of the project. The major issues with cloud computing includes the data breaches, compromised credentials, and broken authentication. For this research project, I chose Amazon Web Services (AWS), which is major provider of cloud computing service that makes on-demand computing platform. Every company should be loyal to their customers. AWS argues that maintaining customer trust is an ongoing commitment. AWS provides ownership and control of customer content through various ways by accessing, storing, and security of user data. So I have done some research on the privacy and security policies of various companies they provide to their end user. And further, I want to discuss about the security, privacy, and ethical issues of cloud computing in general. And this is described in the result section. If you click, we'll land on the result page. You can go to next section from here. The next section is introduction. In introduction, we just give an overview of the topic and the issues to be discussed. First, I described about the major types of services like software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and major services functionalities. Like as I said, these are the major functionalities of the different services which I mentioned above, like SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. And the few benefits of cloud computing are these are the major benefits of cloud computing like elasticity, self-service provisioning, and pay-per-use. Apart from this, there are other benefits also, but these are considered as the major benefits of cloud computing. And this cloud is majorly deals with the deployment services. You can have the deployment services of cloud in three forms like private cloud services, public cloud services, and hybrid cloud services. Hybrid cloud services is a combination of public and private, and most of the major companies provide this service. And these are the main issues of the cloud computing, like compromised credentials and broken authentication, chances of permanent data loss, and third-party providers, inadequate security measures, and hacked interfaces and APIs, misuse of sensitive data, and exploited systems vulnerabilities. Here we have navigation to next page. The next is background. In background, we just give description and the history of the issue. You see here we can find the description. The major cloud computing providers uses either vertical scaling or the horizontal scaling. Like it's like how they arrange their systems, and these are the major privacy issues of cloud computing. Like I give a high level description of each and every issue which I mentioned in the introduction page, like compromised credentials and broken authentication, and chances of permanent data loss. And when it comes to security issues, we have like hacked interfaces and APIs and exploited system vulnerabilities. And when it comes to ethical issues, we have issues with terms of security and privacy policy. Next, we jump to issues page. Here, we can find the detailed description of the issues which are mentioned in the background page, like a scenario describing like which has happened in the previous. I gave a couple of examples saying that it happened with major companies like Twitter. Before that, where you can find the details of that. And when it comes to result page, this is interesting. This is a conversation which happened between me and Ranjit. Ranjit is an IT cloud architect who is working for Amazon. I interviewed him, uh, asked him a list of questions, but before that, this is the conversation which has happened. You can find the detailed description of conversation. I mentioned each word to word what has happened between what we discussed between both. Here, for finding the questions, you can directly jump onto the appendix page. Here, I even I have kept an hyperlink. You can directly navigate to appendix page. And in the opinions page, this is my personal opinion. I mentioned that uh, there is an situation happened in American history. Like if you Google with this word Edward Snowden, you will find a detailed description of the incident, what has happened, what US is doing to the surveillance individual privacy, and how they are collecting data from cloud. And these are the different companies which they are getting the data from Google Drive, Dropbox, and SkyDrive. So as to eliminate that, I suggested some ethical issues an individual need to follow before using a cloud computing. These are the 10 ethical issues any individual need to keep in his mind. First, like known individuals' ethical obligations, and consider what kind of data you will trust to the cloud. Totally related to an individual. Like before, he used to follow before using a cloud. And this is a summary page. In summary page, it's like a conclusion of what my topic is about. And these are the list of references where which I used to complete this research project. And all these are the beautiful links where I got a lot of information about the cloud. And this is the appendix page where we can find a list of questions. As I said, like I interviewed Ranjit Kumar, who is working for Amazon as an IT cloud architect, and these are the list of questions I asked him, and I found that interview was very useful. Thank you.